I began having back pain, which I had had through the years due to arthritis. After a few weeks, though, it seemed different in character. I had some tests run, and nothing was found. And a couple months later, I wasn't feeling better. I ordered my own magnetic resonance scan. Really insisted that one of the doctors order a PSA, which came back at 94. Normal is maximum of 4, probably for my age group, 3. The scan was read by the young radiology intern that night, the resident. Just as I was getting out of my nightgown and trying to put on my clothes, he said, "Dr. Casscells, how long have you had metastatic cancer?" I just remember my blood turning to ice. And I said, "I don't know." I went out on the porch that night. It was a warm night. And I wanted to cry, but somehow my thoughts just started to race about all the things I had to do to get ready, because I knew it was going to be somewhere between 2 years and 5 years. Came back from Iraq, and I got sick again, and now it was time for clinical trials. I'd run out of all the conventional medicines. Dr. Logothetis got me enrolled in a bunch of clinical trials, which a lot of guys avoid because they're worried about the coin toss. Well, usually the coin's weighted in your favor. You're probably going to get some treatment. Well, being a doctor and a researcher, I know how important research is. And I knew what was in the pipeline. It just needed to be tested in patients. Thousands of drugs in the pipeline, dozens tested. Well, I signed up for the abiraterone trial, which was a breakthrough for many, many people. Not quite so good for me. After that, it was more chemotherapy and got a partial remission again. And then the next drug was MDV 3100, soon to be approved. Fantastic drug, marginal in me. After that came XL 184, maybe the greatest of all, but for me, pretty toxic. We're headed for a new one now. What Dr. Logothetis has done is he's typing my tumor. Whenever something crops up in the neck or here or there, they try to take it out. Not so much for therapeutic purposes, but for diagnostic purposes. To figure out which of the many drugs out there might be the best fit, because you want to have tried all of them. You don't want to die with the actual cure just on the shelf. It's very comforting, too, to know that you're at the cutting edge. And now I'm out of the hospital, eating and walking and writing again. And since I've had cancer, I've been able to start 2 companies that are successful. I've employed several thousand people. I've managed the medical aspects of 2 big wars, raised 3 fine kids. None of that would have happened without the research of the past few decades and the federal and private support for that. I'm one of the longer survivors. And I'm obviously thrilled, grateful. I'm sort of proud because of some of the things I've done on my own. I'm very fortunate.